Hey everyone, so this is the Lenovo Tab M9. The one I have here is the base version, which means it has 3 gigabytes of RAM, it has 32 gigabytes of storage, and it has a MediaTek Helio G80 processor in it. So this is 140 bucks if you do not buy it when it is on sale. So it's only $140. It is about 9-inch display, and let's talk about if this is worth it in my opinion. But first, let's take a look around it. So there's a really cool design here. It's not really actually a texture, it's just all smooth, but it has a really cool look to it. You do have a very bad camera on the back. I don't know why they include cameras on these budget-friendly tablets, but they still do. It does have Dolby Atmos on it. We do have this Lenovo, well, again, it's on, the entire back here is smooth. So let's say imprint, the Lenovo there. On the side here, we do have your power button, your volume rocker. On top, we have one of 2 speakers. One's right down there. Nothing else on the top. Side here, we have a spot for micro SD card expansion, which is nice. You do have a headphone jack still, which is cool. Mic, USB Type-C, which is always nice. And then you have your other speakers. So it does have dual speakers. And of course, you do have a front-facing camera right there as well. And then, like I said, it is 9 inches. And I do have the brightness up all the way for this video, and it is connected to my home Wi-Fi for those that are wondering, which is nothing too fancy. Anyway, so 9 inches. It does have decent sized bezels for such a small device. It does have good sized bezels there. Personally, that does not annoy me or anything like that. Let's talk about performance here. Let's first go onto the internet. Let's go web browsing. We can do Best Buy. If I can spell, go to bestbuy.com. And this is actually, again, for $140 for being a small tablet, this thing is actually pretty good. Again, 140 bucks here in the US. It is not an expensive device by any means, but I think it is pretty impressive for what it is. It's not going to be the fastest device out there, but it's probably one of the quickest ones in this price range though. So Best Buy does take a bit longer to load in on a lot of budget-friendly tablets and phones and stuff like that. On here though, it does load in pretty quick, all things considered. I mean, heavier websites are of course going to take a bit longer to load in. Best Buy is a little bit of a heavier website compared to others. But all this stuff will take a bit to load in, but we go ahead and hit this, it should pop up. And there you go, we go into something else, so we'll go to Pokemon.com here. And this will load in quite a bit quicker. Apparently now has Squishmallow Pokemon, that is pretty awesome. And so this stuff all loads in rather quick. So most websites are going to load in pretty quickly here. It's just when you have heavier websites that's going to take a little bit longer to load in. Now let's talk about Roblox gaming here. Again, this is a budget tablet, so it can play Roblox games actually decently well, rather surprisingly well for this price tag. Like we'll go into the strongest battlegrounds here, which is a pretty graphically intensive game. This definitely trips up a lot of cheaper tablets like this one here. Turn that off so I don't get in trouble with Roblox. So we go up here, we'll go to our graphics. So I just have this set actually on the lowest graphics, but you can even change this to just automatic. It can do whatever it wants to do. So yes, or no, it's not going to look the best. This should be able to go away, but it is not going to. But the thing is, there's not really a lot of lag. Again, this is a pretty dang graphically intensive game. This will even lag out at the moment on like the Google Pixel phones. And yes, it's going to lag out a little bit here as well. But it is definitely playable. Like all of this actually loads in pretty well. And of course, the more people that are playing, the more chaos that's going on the screen, a little bit more is going to lag out. But I would say most people are going to be very happy with this, as long as you don't mind it not being in max graphics. And yes, I do suck at the game. But I mean, it works rather well. I'll show off another game here. This is just the Easy Obby. I think it's called Ultimate Easy Obby, something like that. So this is a little bit less intensive of a game. Right now mine's bugging out. It's not letting me get rid of the leaderboard for some reason. That's usually not an issue. I think it's more an issue with Roblox at the moment, because it was working right before this video. But yeah, so I mean, we're not going to be really lagging out in games like this. You're definitely not going to have issues with less intensive games on here. Next, let's talk about the speakers. Again, it does have dual speakers. So again, up top there and up top there, or on the side up top. Do some royalty-free music off of YouTube. Volume is up all the way, and see to the right there. So it sounds actually rather good. It's not the loudest, but it is loud enough. I mean, if you're in a very loud room or something, you're not going to be able to hear it that well. But I think how most people would be watching videos or movies or whatever on this, it's definitely loud enough. It actually sounds rather good. So I think for most people that are looking at a tablet that's this size, around this price, I think most people are going to be pretty happy with it. And honestly, I think this is probably a better buy than, say, the Amazon Fire tablets. For one, you get the Google Play Store on it without having to download it, sideload it off the internet. It already comes with it. I mean, it's actually rather quick for what it is. Like I said, it sounds good. It looks good. I think this is a decent budget tablet for those that do not want to spend a whole lot of money, or those that want a smart device without spending iPad mini money on it, or just want Android. All in all, I think this is something I would recommend. This is something I would recommend. Again, if you're not wanting to spend a lot of money and you don't care that it's not the quickest thing, that cannot play games in max graphics, it's just not going to be able to. I think for most people, it's a good buy. Thank you all for watching. Let me know what your thoughts are. As always, I appreciate you. Hope you have a good one.